Well, Cyberpunk 2077 did get a little bit of a delay. It will now be coming in November. Thankfully, it has also been confirmed that a PlayStation 5 upgrade will be happening and the game will be fully backwards compatible. The update will be coming in 2021, while the game will be backwards compatible, of course, on day one. CD Projekt Red President and CEO Adam Kaczynski answered various questions concerning Cyberpunk 2077's new November 19th release date, compatibility with PS5 and Xbox Series X, and the delay of potential expansions in a conference call today. Regarding launching near next-gen consoles, first of all, I understood your question as, are we feeling good about launching next to next gens? And the second part of the question was, would it be more difficult for us to move out of that period to some time later? I mean, I'll start from the end. We are not considering such a scenario right now. As I mentioned, we do believe in the November date, so we're not building any plans around anything that would mean that Cyberpunk would launch later than November 19th. As for launching next to next gens, we're not too worried about it. This generation is different in a way from how the move from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, from 360 to Xbox One was happening back in the day, in a way that there is a from scratch. There is cross-gen compatibility both on PlayStation and Xbox. There's actually a hardware enhancement of the game, so for current-gen games, if there is engineering work done behind them, it will be playable, you know, from the get-go on both consoles. So, in fact, we look at it more as an opportunity because we're going to be targeting both the owners of the current-gen consoles and the next-gen consoles, and we're hoping to be the biggest or one of the biggest releases in that time frame, and that definitely can help because there's going to be additional traffic and interest in video games around that time frame. That's the perception. I actually really like his explaining of launching by a next-gen console, because that is definitely something that is worth talking about. You know, are people gonna be invested into playing a PlayStation 4 title when the PlayStation 5 is out? Are they gonna be invested in playing an X1 title when the Series X is out? Although with the Series X, all games are gonna be on all platforms, so that is something interesting to note. However, regarding compatibility and upgrades on PlayStation 5 and next-gen consoles, it will be running on both PS4 and PS5 from the launch date, just as it'll run on the current Xbox and the next Xbox from day one. It'll look better on the next-generation consoles from day one. The technicalities behind it are a little bit different from what the question described, but probably no point in going into detail about that, and I can confirm that this is not the final update. At some point, we're going to have a more robust update for the next gens, which we are planning to give for free of charge to anybody who purchases the PS4 or X1 version, but in any case, you'll be able to play the game on the next gens from the November 19th release date when the game releases, and it'll look better than on the next gens at the moment. To be honest, we don't know when we'll release the more robust update yet, as we haven't decided on a precise date for next gen. We are sure we'll deliver it next year, but it was not even internally planned for a certain day, so it's hard to say whether there is a potential delay of the next gen. And regarding delays on expansions and multiplayers, we haven't specifically mentioned the number of DLCs. We prefer to call them expansions as the bigger than the typical DLC. That is very true with CD Projekt Red. If you look at Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, those aren't just silly DLC packs, they are legitimate extensions of the experience. So I think expansion is a much more apropos term for the content that came to The Witcher 3. But of course, the fact that the launch of Cyberpunk has been moved will in proportion move the release date of such potential expansions. We have not actually made any specific announcements on when that is planned, but since these are actually being developed, these are not any carved out pieces we keep in the drawer, so to say. They have to be made, they will happen later. Now when it comes to the multiplayer expansion, its launch is going to be proportionally delayed as well, although multiplayer is a bit more distant away, so that's that bit of a thing of the future anyway. So there you go, all of the information on Cyberpunk regarding its delay. I know a lot of you guys are bummed out, and I am too, don't get me wrong. This is one of my most anticipated game of the year, maybe my most anticipated depending on how the launch lineup shake out, but, you know, I think all of you guys have a crazy backlog of games to play, and hopefully we just get our hands on Cyberpunk 2077 prior to 2077, because I know that meme is going to be circulating quite a bit already. I saw it a little bit yesterday. Nevertheless, hopefully it hits that November 19th release date with no issues going forward. Alright, moving on from that, how about this? Huge announcement, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, rated for PS4, Xbox One, and Taiwan, and we got the box art for the game. It's developed by the Spyro Reignited Trilogy studio in Toys for Bob's. I gotta say, the box art for the game is so goofy, but that's exactly what Crash needs to be. Crash has always been super goofy. The rating notes Crash is relaxing and exploring his island in his time 1998 when he finds a mysterious mask hidden away in a cave. Lanny Lolly, the mask is one of the quantum masks and apparently knows Akuku, Crash's mask friend. With the quantum mask returning and quantum rift appearing near our heroes, they decide to bravely head through to different times and dimensions to stop whoever it is responsible. I think this is so insane. I mean, I think the majority of us knew Crash 4 was happening, but can you believe it? 2020, Ratchet & Clank is back, Crash Bandicoot is back. I think Sly fans and Jak and Daxter fans are a little bit in shambles. Hopefully we get the continuation of Sly 4. Been waiting on that for quite a little while now. And yeah, obviously that's another franchise I want to see make a comeback. Jak and Daxter needs to make a comeback as well. But Crash 4, this is super awesome. Hopefully they just deliver from a quality standpoint. You know, at the end of the day, it is Toys for Bob. They did the remake of Reignited Trilogy, and that was fantastic, but now you're talking about fundamentally creating a brand new game, but the interest is definitely there for Crash Bandicoot, and just to see him back, that is going to be awesome. It's going to be out hopefully later in 2020. Yeah, it does look like it'll be out in 2020, so pretty exciting stuff there. Lastly, I do want to note that Insurgency Sandstorm for PS4 and Xbox One has unfortunately been delayed. They've got a full message from New World Interactive. The delay is going to be to an unannounced date at this point. It was originally planned for August 25th. They noted in a press release, "We have important information to share with our community today regarding the status of the upcoming PlayStation 4 and Xbox One releases of Insurgency Sandstorm. While development of the console versions has been on a good track, we will be unable to launch the PlayStation 4 and X1 version of Insurgency Sandstorm on August 25th. We know that this is very disappointing and frustrating news for those of you who have been waiting a long time for the console release, and we know you have been waiting a long time to hear from us. We aim to make use of the additional time to improve the day one experience of our company's first ever console title. This additional time will allow us to deliver a more complete and optimized version of the game, as well as explore exciting possibilities of a next-gen console release in addition to PS4 and X1. So that's pretty exciting. If you guys don't know, Insurgency Sandstorm is a great tactical first-person shooter that's been available on PC for quite a while. Definitely not your run-of-the-mill FPS in the sense of like a Call of Duty or even a Battlefield, where you can kind of run and gun in those games. In Insurgency Sandstorm, there is very much an emphasis on teamwork, cooperation, more akin to something like Rainbow Six Siege, but obviously this is a completely different game. It's just team-based and tactical in that sense. Great visuals, and it is a game that looks really good on PC, so hopefully it makes a solid transition to consoles as well, and a next-gen version would be awesome. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, CyberPunk 2077 going to get a big next-gen update. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, rated for PS4 X1 in Taiwan, and Insurgency Sandstorm sees a little bit of a delay. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.